Okay, so in the last blog post, I sorted out the issues with the stairs and got some flooring in the downstairs of this property. So we've got laminate kitchen tiles and carpet down. So I'm now going to move on to the first floor level and put some windows in. So I'm going to use the same windows as in the ground floor, so I can do a shortcut of create similar and just place. No, it won't let me do it that way, so I will copy it to the clipboard and go into my first floor level and paste into the selected level. So we want that in the first floor. So now I've got one window in. I need to edit this because it's the wrong size. This means I can keep the same type window, I just need to resize it. So if I duplicate this, this is these are 16-15 mil, and they're pretty much square, so I'll just keep it as that for now. And we need to change the rough width to 16-15 and the rough height to 16-15. So I've already previously counted this and measured this out. If I go to the 3D section, we can see we've got a window in there. I'm not actually convinced that my ground floor windows are correct at this stage. And sill height, well, quick count up, there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 brick courses, so that's 12 times 85 equals 10, 20. So if I go to my front elevation and put a reference point in there from the top of the ground floor window to the bottom of the second floor window, first floor window, I keep calling it the second floor window, so that must be 1020 here. It's 884 at the minute, so I'm just going to put a reference plane in and we'll set that across there, and we will put an annotation in there so we can measure from here to here. Oh, that's 1044. And it wants to be 1020. 1020. So this window needs to sit on here. Now I think these windows are a little bit high, so I'm going to just check this brick coursing. Got it at 1445. Let me just check the measurement on that because something doesn't seem to be right. Yes, so we've got that at, for some unknown reason, we've got that at 1720. No, I've got it at 1720. I think I've got them the wrong way round. That's exactly what I've done. So let me edit these. Yeah, so I've got the rough width at 1445 and that should be 1720. I thought it looked a little bit odd. And the rough height should be 1445. So this is where the problem solving comes in. So that looks much better. So now this is going to throw out this reference plane, which should be 1020. So if I click on the reference plane, alter that measurement, 1020. Let's go back. It's the reference plane that needs to move, not the window. There we go. So now I can align the bottom of this window to this reference plane and that looks much better. So I'll go back into the first floor level. We want another 2 of these. So we can just use the copy, multiple, and if we just drop them in because these are central to the other ones, so they're all in line, and go back to the front elevation. I can align these up pretty easily and quickly. So these are all sitting on the reference plane, so that's fine, they're in the right place. And make sure they're all in line with the bottom windows. And that's those in. So go to the 3D. Yep, that looks pretty okay because the top windows are slightly smaller than 1615s, so they are a little bit smaller. They look a lot smaller up there. I'm going to drop these down. These look a bit wide. 1615 tall, so I'm going to drop these to about 15 wide. So they're smaller than the downstairs windows. So let's just see what they look like. Again, I'm just guessing because I haven't really got anything to measure them off. They are narrower. I think they're okay. For now, they'll do. It's better than my 7-metre building than before. That doesn't look too bad. So we've also got, look at my plan. I've got 2 windows, bathroom and bedroom. So let's go back to the first floor level. Just pop those in. So I can do the create similar shortcut. I've got one in the bedroom here and one in the bathroom. So 3D section. Again, let's go to the rear elevation and save it after. Sit these so that they line up nicely, so they would sit a bit more centrally. The bathroom window is a lot smaller than, that's where there's a conflict there. The bathroom window is smaller, so we'll change the size of that. Let's just see if we've got another size in this. So if we put that at, yeah, that's better, because this will align to the top of this window. That's okay. Yeah, that's about right. And then we've got a small window on the landing, which is probably above this door. So if we go back to the first floor level and just use a single window. It's probably a similar sort of size to my picture. It's a top opener. So go to architecture and a window. See what I've got already in. Okay, so I need to load a family because it's got an opening at the top. It's a single plane. Oh, look. Not a triple. Quick flick through. That's what it is. It's just a single casement top hung. We open that up and drop that in on the landing. Go to the 3D section and have a look. So I can see that's probably a little bit to the side elevation too. No, it's not too bad actually. It's not too bad. It's probably around about the right size. So we'll line that up with the door. And we'll sit that at the reference plane for the bottom sill. Yeah, that's okay. So I'm quite happy with those windows where they are. So now I'm going to go into the first floor and I'm going to pop in some carpeting. I haven't done any internal decor yet. That'll be for another tutorial, internal decor and putting in a kitchen and bathroom and such like. I just want to get this build sort of done. So again, we're just going to paint some carpet on very quickly. We're going to have grey carpet all through, except for in the bathroom. So again, I need to split the face. I need to highlight the floor. Let me highlight the floor. It's a bit fiddly sometimes, this. Wait till it highlights the floor boundary before you can actually split the face. It's just my computer waking up. It's running a bit steady. It's there. I've just seen it. Come on. Come on. It's like coaxing the cat. There we go. So I'm just going to draw the lines on for this. So we've got a boundary line there, so we can just pop in along here, and along here. Escape. And that should give us the bathroom. Again, I haven't got a material for that, so I'm just going to go on and create a new material for the bathroom. I'll rename that bathroom floor. And we'll quickly find a nice tile for that. Have a look. Flooring, tile, and it's just a generic tan colour, really. Oh, that's a bit dark. I'm not keen on that. Let's go for this nice blue-grey instead. Change the colour. Actually, we're just a bit naughty there. But I'm also going to scale this up because I think it'll be. I think they're about the same. So, was it 350 times 5? 1750. So I'm going to do the same. So it follows the same as the kitchen. So what I've done there is we've got 5 tiles in this square, and the tiles are 12 inches square that are actually laid. So 350 times the 5, 350 mil is the 12 inch, just to scale it up so the tiles are not tiny. And then we'll go and paint, just modify, paint. And if we look for bathroom, I'm not sure how this is going to turn out because I've actually left it blue and changed the colour. It might work, it might not. Probably some horrific colour there. Yeah, not quite what I wanted it to be. Not to worry. We've still got some nice tiles in the bathroom there. There we go. So we've got carpets and the floor in there. It's just a process I'm trying to run through at the moment. So now I'm going to pop straight onto the eaves because we need to pop a roof on. So if we go to architecture and roof, it's a basic roof, pitched roof. So I'm going to edit the type because I'm going to have a look at the structure and what we've got on. Okay, so I use the pick the lines, go around the outside of the property, and then I use the offset tool, not on copy. I'll set that to 150 so there's a bit of an overhang. You just click on all of these lines and it'll just move them all. Just be careful not to do what I've just done and have the offset on the inside. The offset, the blue dotted line is where the offset line is going to go. So if you do it this side, it's going to sit on the inside, so your roof's going to be too small. So it needs to go on the outside and it'll just change the line and extend it outwards. And we need to take the slope off 2 walls so that it's got the pitch. And I always get this the wrong way round, so they want to be sloping. Flat walls are that way, so actually no, these define the slope. So this wall and this wall, this box here we can click, defines roof slope, unclick that, and the little slopes have disappeared. So if we OK that, I've got that back, I've got that the wrong way round. So if we edit the footprint, you can see because the slope, the roof is pitching from the centre down to the outside this way. Well, that's the wrong way round. So I need to click these two, take the slope off, and then click these two and put the slope back on. It's no big deal. It's just remembering which way. I've gone to my 3D section. You see now that we've actually got the roof on. Now, as you can see, there's gaps here. So what we need to do with this is we need to make this wall attached to this roof. The roof's sat at the correct height because it's sat at the eaves. You can see on this line here, it's sat on the eaves. But going to the front elevation, the roof sat on the eaves. Put into shaded. And fine. So the bottom of the roof is sat there, which looking at the photograph as well, the windows are set about right, so we're not too far out on that. So what I need to do is make sure that these walls actually do go up to the roof. So click on the wall, attach top to base, either attach to the top or the base, and then just click on the roof. Start with all the walls and attach them to the roof. Same here, and same here. That's it. So now when you look round, they're all where they should be. I didn't have the right material on this roof, so I'm just going to see if I can paint on just some roof tiles. For the purposes of this learning, it doesn't really matter. As I move on, I want to try and make sure that all the details actually look correct. But for now, I'm just going to paint some roof tiles on there like so. And on there. I don't know why I painted that because I'm going to pop some fascia on there. So we've now got a realistic looking roof, realistic looking house. And I'm just going to pop on some to make it, just to sort of finish it off, put some fascia boards on. I'm just going to check what they're made of. Material, I'm going to put the window frame material on that so that they match the windows and the material, so nice and white, and they look the same. So when I'm putting the fascia board on, I'm sort of rattling through this a bit quick, but I just want to get it finished. When I'm putting the fascia boards on, one of the mistakes I made when I first started using Revit was putting the fascia board, attaching it to this lower part of the roof. So as you can see, then it's not right. So I need to go back. And the fascia board needs to sit on the top edge of the roof. Now I'm going to have a problem again, which I've not anticipated, but again it's quite a straightforward fix. So just run this fascia board round. Once you start running it round, you can't just sort of stop and start again. You have to get it all done in one. Otherwise you have to mess about with restarting the fascia. So it's all one component. So that's the fascia board in. As you can see, the roof is protruding from under the fascia board, so you can either put a thicker fascia board on, but I know that this property, the roof is not actually that thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to alter the structure of this roof, and I'm going to just make it a bit thinner. So we've got rigid insulation of 220, so I'm going to make that 100. And the structure is 225, so I'm going to make that 150. And the roofing and standing steam, I'm going to take that down to 30. And see what happens. That's much better. But it's still a little bit wide, so I'm going to alter these fascias and make them a little bit bigger. So it's sort of a compromise. Now I know that in reality, it would have to be what it would be as the construction of. But I'm not up on my construction, so for this actual build, I just want to get all the components in and on and where they should be. That roof's still a little bit thick, so I'm just going to alter that again slightly. And I've made an error because I've actually not duplicated the roof to change it. I've just done it as it is. Normally you duplicate everything and then change it. However, so we've got a realistic roof on there, and then onto these fascia boards we can pop some gutter in. Again, roof gutter, it's just a standard Revit gutter. I'm just going to pop one on the top of there like that, and one on the top of there like that. So that's pretty much it. We've got carpets, we've got everything looks as it should, and that build looks a little bit more realistic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a camera onto the ground floor. I'm going to just pop that here, get a nice view, and do a quick render. Just get a nice viewpoint. It's not perfect, but it's not meant to be perfect at this stage. It's just showing that I've improved and learnt a lot about how to get a build correct and how to use brick coursings, etc, etc. One of the other things that I haven't done on this, but I will do at a later date and show you on some other builds, is how to scale the bricks up. But it's pretty much like I've scaled the kitchen tiles and the bathroom tiles. Let's save this to project. So yeah, it's just using the brick coursing measurements and making sure that everything adds up and is the right size and scale. But I'll talk about that on another blog post. So that's it for this post. That is the sort of the final render. It's just a quick draft render in Revit. So that is 3-bedroom detached house, rebuilt, mistakes rectified.